Not a whole team.
Everybody doing? Everybody good? Great song, great song. Literally, literally. So everybody's doing it. It's a great introduction to myself. I have my apron on because I have to run off stage and go cook because I actually do this. I'm working right now. So it's an honor to be here. I want to thank Ron and the whole staff. I actually saw myself doing this years ago. I wanted to kind of come out and talk to people and share my story. Something she hadn't already said already. I did 10 years in the Navy as an mess specialist. MS, no CS got converted, all that stuff changed. Worked for admirals the whole entire time. Worked at NATO, Fleet Forces Command. Got a chance to cook for a lot of celebrities. President Bush, Bruce Willis, Celine Dion, and the list goes on and on. Jump right into it. Part of my thing was I always had a positive look on things. The key thing for me was to stay positive throughout my military career. I can remember the first day on board the ship, this huge aircraft carrier. I kind of stopped right in the middle of the P-way, all these people, and I said a small prayer, and I'm like, I hope I make it through, and I just stayed positive. And no matter what happened, while I was on board the ship, I came to work every day with a big smile on my face and stayed happy, and no matter what I was doing, and it worked out. I got selected to go work for the Admiral and kept that same positive attitude going throughout my military career. Here's the thing. I did 10 years in the Navy, and unfortunately I had to get out. My wife was in, I was in. We was both at a point in our career where somebody had to go out to sea, I had to go out to sea, so the choice had to be made. I took the sacrifice, took the bullet, and got out. But I got out with a plan, though. I said, within 5 years of getting out of the military, here's what I want to do, here's what I want to be. The first thing I knew that certifications and education would be the key. Now, in my arena as being a chef or being a cook or whatever, you don't need a degree necessarily. You don't need it. You need skills, experience, etc. But I knew that at some point, I wanted to come out of the kitchen. I wanted to transition myself out of the kitchen. I didn't want to cook the rest of my life. Love to do it. Some days I hate doing it, but it's my passion. I knew at some point, I wanted to come out of the kitchen, put on a suit and a tie, sit on somebody's couch, and talk about food on TV. I wanted to put my own cookbook out. I wanted to put my own line of aprons out, my own line of hats out. So I had a bigger picture in my mind I wanted to do. I knew early on the key to do that was education, training, staying positive, waking up every morning with a positive attitude no matter what, overcoming things. And everything I've done, if you guys find me on Instagram or Facebook or social media, everything you see, I've done myself. Very hard, very hard. There's been times I wanted to give up. But something internally kept me going every single day. And I remember getting out in the military. I didn't get out like everybody else got out. I didn't go to TAP classes and none of that stuff. I kind of turned all that stuff down and just got out. What I didn't realize was I joined the Navy at 17, and the Navy was all I knew. I didn't know anything else but the Navy. So I went through a period of depression without realizing, like, wow, Navy had a huge impact on my life. I got out here and thought because I'm a prior service I could get a job just like that. Nope. Nobody cared. Like, I'm prior service. So, what else you got? I didn't have a degree. I didn't have anything to offer other than my online courses I took in the military, and that wasn't good enough. So I was told maybe you should go to culinary school. I'm like, I don't go to culinary school. I spent 10 years of my life cooking. I know how to cook. That's the easy part. Well, upon going to culinary school, the first week, I can remember I had a bad attitude about it because I figured the first week was knife handling. And I figured, well, I can handle a knife. And one of the chefs, Chef Burroughs, he's a mentor of mine right into this day, he pulled me in the hallway and he said, maybe if you try to pour your cup out and let us refill it with something else. And I went back in the classroom and I tried that approach. I learned a lot about a knife I had no idea about. So I kind of took that approach to everything I did. Anytime I got a new job or a new position somewhere, I would go in the front door thinking I don't know anything. And it allowed me to grow and grow. Networking was huge for me. I just went to New York last weekend on my own dime. It was New York Food Network, New York Food and Wine Festival. I paid my own way up there. I had my own booth, about 6,000 people. I did shrimp and grits, rocked it out. Northerners hate grits, but they love my grits. So rocked it out, and lo and behold, I got one contact, and the guy was actually affiliated with the New York Yankees. And he gave me a call this morning, asked if I want to come on board in New York sometime in the future, maybe in late December, saying talk about a contract cooking for the team. The point I'm making is I've gained more through networking than anything. And when they say your network can increase your net worth, that's true. That's true. The point is I've lost a lot of money, bad investments, just thinking in my head, this is going to work out, and it don't work out. I failed so many times that I'm not afraid to fail anymore. I'm not. I've learned so much by failing. I think people are afraid to fail, so they're afraid to try. Well, I'm here to tell you that a failure, you learn so much with failing. I can tell you so many ways how not to do things. And I heard that people get paid to do that now. They go in and talk to corporations and tell you how not to do stuff. So failing is a part of your learning process. I would definitely recommend you just try something. Go for it. I was concerned about my age also. My age, I'm young, I think. I'm 35. So I was thinking by the time I get 40, I want to be in a certain position in life, have to work hard now while I can to get myself there. And I've worked my tail off. And I'm still working. And I'm pretty sure you guys don't know this, but I've done so many great things with Food Network, and people are excited for me, happy for me, but I'm like, that's not it. I'm still not there yet. No matter what I've done, cook for presidents, cook for celebrities, and I walk away feeling like this is not it. There's more. I can do more. I always can do more. So I always try to challenge myself each and every day to learn something new. Get a new qualification, get a new certification, always stay abreast about what's the latest and greatest, what's going on. What can I do to make myself more valuable in the industry? And as I said to you before, I definitely want to transition myself into being more of a speaker about the culinary arts. I also teach at Chefpreuner University. That wasn't in my bio, but I also teach at Chefpreuner University also. I teach Culinary Science 101. So if you take a look at my social media page, I'm all over the place. I'm everywhere. One day I'm here, I'm in New York, I'm in Atlanta. I have to fly out tomorrow to Atlanta, by the way, to do an event for mental health. I'm real big with giving back. I do an event every year in December called Sweets and Eats, where I put on an event with 10 culinary chefs, and I give money back to the ADA, American Diabetes Association. And it's something I just want to do myself. Nobody told me to do it. There's no incentive for it. I've made zero profit each year. I just give thousands of dollars away to ADA. I believe in giving back. And not to mention my grandmother, she passed away from diabetes years ago, so it's very near to my heart to do that. But the kicker is, the event is called Sweets and Eats, and it's a diabetes situation. Why would you call it Sweets and Eats? Well, the chefs make every dessert without sugar. They use natural stuff like agave or honey or whatever the case is. And I'm real big on education, so at this event, I educate all the patrons on how they can eat stuff without added sugars. So education is big for me. Staying positive is big for me. Increasing my net worth is always big for me. And I'm here to tell you, being a chef is not a lot of money involved in it. If you want to be rich, don't do this, don't do this. If you want to eat good, then do this. So to that point about money, everybody wants to make money. Everybody wants to make money. Money has never been my focus while I've done this. Had money been my focus, I would have stopped a long time ago. I would have just took a job and settled for maybe $65,000, $70,000 a year. That's what an executive chef makes in New York. In Virginia, maybe $55,000, $60,000 a year, and that's it. It doesn't increase, none of that stuff. So I knew money wasn't at the forefront of what I wanted to do. Impact, being influential to people. In my Facebook inbox, I have about 16, 17 emails I have not answered yet. And what was shocking to me, I have adult males older than myself asking for advice. Well, how did you get there? How did you do this? How did you do this? And a lot of times, I don't answer because I don't have an answer for them. It's just a lot of hard work, determination that'll get you there. Stepping out on faith, that'll get you there. Having a plan, that'll get you there. Being positive, that'll get you there. There's a lot of tools that'll get you where you want to be. My thing would say to you guys is definitely have a goal. Have a goal in mind. Don't be afraid to go for it. You have to jump. And what I mean by that, Steve Harvey, you guys know him, right? Every morning I listen to Steve Harvey, or I listen to Oprah or Tyler Perry or Eric Thomas. These are motivational speakers, the guys that get you going, to get me fired up in the morning, right? And Steve Harvey said something that's real important. He said, in life, you see everybody standing on the cliff. And you stand on this cliff, and people are soaring past you, taking vacations and going here in nice cars and nice house. He said, you have to jump. Just jump off the cliff. And on your way down, you're going to skin your back. You're going to bump your head on the cliff. He said, but when your parachute open, wow. So the point of that story is you have to jump, y'all. Just jump. Jump out there and do it. Have faith and stay positive. If I can leave you with anything, have faith and stay positive. That's all I did. There's no magic to what I've done at all other than just being positive, believing in myself that I can do it. I was looking for my mom. And my mom, my biggest cheerleader. Always have been, always will be. She's my mom. But I've never sought out for anybody to root me on. I've always been a self-starter, do it myself. Even getting out of the military, I knew I had something to do, and I did it. Always been that way, always be that way. I'm a hard worker, no matter what. So if anything, you guys can walk away with me on the stage telling you guys, from my point of view, is always plan. Always plan. Plan. And if it doesn't work, try something else. Don't give up. That's all I can tell you. Don't give up. No matter what you do, do not give up. I'm not the best chef in the world. I'm not. If you took the best chef in the world, put him on a treadmill beside me, I would outrun him any day. Because I don't give up. I don't care who you are. I'm not going to give up. And I've had the chance to meet Bobby Flay and Morimoto and all the big wigs, and I'm looking at them like, now what's the difference between me and them? They're older than I am, so they're cooking longer than I have, but other than that, nothing. Nothing at all. I do my own research on how to conquer the market of culinary, and she can attest to that. I'm always on social media, reinventing myself, doing something positive. I'm putting out photos or dropping videos or doing something to keep myself relevant. In the day and age we're in right now, unfortunately, if you don't keep yourself relevant, they forget about you. And in this industry of culinary, they forget about you really quick, because now everybody's a chef. Everybody can cook now. So I'm making a transition to get out of the light of being a chef and to being I'm still be a chef, but put on a suit and tie and consult people and talk to them and motivate them. Hey, keep going. You can do it. Look at me. Quick background about myself. I come from a small town in Georgia. And growing up in a small town in Georgia, to this day, there's nothing to do there. Crime rate is through the roof. Many of my friends, they're either dead or in jail or minimum wage paying jobs, and they're pretty content. They're pretty happy with what they got going on. Well, each time I go back, I appear to them to have it going on. I'm like, no, same person. I'm more motivated. I didn't grow up in a big fancy house or anything like that. I grew up in the projects or the apartments all my life. My mom was on drugs much of my teenage years. My dad wasn't there. Any adversities, any of the typical situation that myself, a black male, could go through in this society, I did that and overcame those obstacles. So there's no excuses. That's my point. There are no excuses. Nobody in this room is born at any advantage to anybody else. Nobody has an advantage. I don't care how much money you have, how little money you have. It's not an advantage or a disadvantage for that point. You can do it. I've done it. I have a long way to go. I'm young. I have at least 30 more years to go. So leave you guys with anything. Stay positive, guys. Please stay positive. Believe in yourselves. All right? Thank you. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom.